And the importance of time management, right? You have to set those clear visions and clear goals. And the power to say no is the game changer. There is actually a really powerful book that I read. Oh God, what was it called? Anyway, I'll put it in the group when it comes to me. But essentially, it was looking at a guy called Warren Buffett and what he spoke about in the book, like the key to one of his successes, he goes, is not what I have done, but rather what I have not done. And he goes, it's not what I've said yes to in life, it's what I've said no to. And I was like, first time I read that, I'm like, what does he mean by that? And it was about essentially the ability to say no to things that are going to waste your time and your energy, and the ability to go, okay, how can I manage the time and energy that I have in a more efficient and effective way? How can I make sure I prioritize time for the things that are going to give me my time and energy back over a period of time? So you may have to exchange a bit of time and energy right now, short term, to create more time and energy for yourself in the long term. That's why we need to play a more long-term game, okay? So it's okay to say no. Break things down task by task, day by day. It's small bites, day by day, that eventually creates, the big picture. From little things, big things grow. One thing that I can say in business is I've always been consistent, and done is better than perfect always. So the more you can just show up, the more you can be consistent, the more you can be getting out there and upskilling yourself, and the more you can continually get to the gym. Even if it's not the best session that day, it's better than not doing it at all. You start by walking around the block. If you're improving, you'll feel a lot better than if you're doing nothing. And to improve, you just have to be consistent. That's really all it is. So consistency is important. Minimize social media. What I mean by that is don't be someone who is just on it 24/7. Don't use it as a default when you're bored. Have very deliberate times of the day that you go on, and have time off devices, because that can be a killer of wasting time. Same with television as well. So, and it is really important to schedule your time. And that's why the ideal week is so important. Schedule your time from AM to PM on a weekly basis. If you work shift work, you're going to be one of those people that has to schedule it probably every fortnight. And it is what it is. That's shift work, right? But you too can do that as well. And I've got down here, be healthy. Of course, look after this, look after this. Because if you look after these two things, and you'll create more harmony in your inward world, which will create more harmony in your outside world. The more you can cultivate energy within inside yourself, the more you can have your mental, emotional state in a certain way that is going to help move you forward in life, the more things will start to open up and flow for you, opposed to you resisting life. Have clear expectations on what you're wanting to create for yourself. And when I say that, clear standards by what you are going to accept this year and what you're not going to accept. Super important, because whatever is your must, whatever you say, yeah, this is my non-negotiable this year, that's what you'll meet. If it's a should, you probably won't meet it. But how can you make it a must? How can you make it so important that you're going to make it a must for you this year? And that's where you need to attach a powerful why to it. So for everything you've written down, really connect to that powerful why. And before we finish up today, I'll give you an exercise that we can do where you can connect deeper to that powerful why. And I think you'll get a lot from that. And dare I say it, probably the most powerful of all is you don't have to do it all yourself. All the things that you think you have to do on a daily basis, guess what? There's so much of that you can delegate and you can outsource. Even small things like a cleaner. Getting a cleaner in once a fortnight, that it would make a massive difference. The time that you have off, you need to use that for rest and recovery. You need to use that for working on your business. You don't need to be, cleaning the whole house every weekend. Getting someone to do the gardening for you. It's a very small cost for a very large reward, which is getting back more time and energy, which then can help leverage you to create more time and energy for yourself, more freedom to move into more of your passion projects. And look on a daily basis how you can delegate out certain tasks so you don't have to do it all yourself. You need to ask for help. And sometimes if you're lacking the strategy or the knowledge in a certain field, you either need to upskill yourself or get someone who's already done what you would like to do, already is doing what you want to do, and get them to assist you, mentor you, give you some feedback, how they got the results that they wanted in their life. Cool. And really it starts with this. It starts with that developing that ideal week, breaking down the goals, reverse engineering them from 12 months from now, and month by month, what are the outcomes you need to hit in order to be on track for those 12-month goals? So it's 12 months, reverse engineer it. And what I would even put out to you guys as a bit of a stretch is it's even great to set some goals that are 5 years from now. Why? Because they could even change your 12-month goals. Because, for instance, some of the goals I have in 5 years from now means that I invest my money pretty differently to if I was just working towards the next 12 months, right? So it's things like that that you can start to think about, okay? So even 5 years from now, and like what's possible 5 years from now, really? How much can things change? They can change exponentially. What is possible? Anything and everything is possible 5 years from now. So even in your tasking, I would encourage you using that success planner to even put some goals down 5 years from now and even reverse engineer that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 year from now, 12 months from now, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1 month from now. And then you'll see the smaller pieces. And then how are you going to have an ideal week that is going to help support the goals that you have moving forward as well? All right. Any questions about any of that? Awesome. So what we're going to do now is a really quick little exercise, and please play it 100% for this. Because if you do, when we go on to the next exercise, you'll find that powerful why. And that's really something I want to give to each and every one of you today. Cool. What we're going to do is a quick exercise where I'm going to pop some music on in the background, which is called Write Your Next Chapter. So imagine this next chapter is what happens in the next 12 months. So imagine it's this time next year. This time next year. Okay. Write your next chapter. And it could start something like this. It could start something like this. Wow, looking back to 12 months ago, it's amazing how much things have changed. I remember doing that workshop with Ben, and I remember writing down my goals, eliciting my values, and I really started living by those values. And in the last 12 months, these are the things that have changed. I now X, Y, Z. I now X, Y, Z. I now X, Y, Z. Get the idea? Yes? Everyone get that? So there's no real right or wrong way to do this. Connect, feel more, think less. Whatever comes out on paper is perfect. Think it like 12 months from now. Like you might want to close your eyes beforehand. I'll put on some music in the background. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes for this task, right? Write your next chapter. Make it a masterpiece. Because in life, you really are the creator of your life. There's no doubt about it. So it's really important that you're the only person holding the pen. So now, hold the pen and write what happens next. Imagine it's 12 months from now and you're reflecting back on all the things you stepped into, all the things that you committed to, and then we'll break down the process from there into the next part. 5 minutes, guys. Enjoy this process. Go all in, yeah? Write that next chapter. Any questions? Awesome. All right, guys, enjoy. We'll see you in 5 minutes.